What's up, guys? This is Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys our Week 12 Team Builder to take on BrotherYubby and Boston Red Sky in Week 12 of the PTL, or the Pokemon Tri-League. Let's run through his team really quickly here. Mew, Z-User, Mega Charizard X, Excadrill, Rotom Wash, Roserade, Conkeldurr, Rabombi, Gigalith, Z-User, Noivern, and Manectric. He took this team over from the San Antonio Superiors, coached by Bulba Plays. Priority-wise, he's got Mew with Vacuum Wave and Conkeldurr with Mach Punch. Hazard setting in Mew with Rocks, Excadrill with Rocks, Roserade with Spikes and Toxic Spikes, Rabombi with Sticky Web, and Gigalith with Rocks, sorry. Hazard removal options in Mew with Defog, Charizard X with Defog, Excadrill with Rapid Spin, Rotom Wash with Defog, Rabombi with Defog, and Noivern with Defog. And 1 4x weakness in Noivern to Ice, and Charizard to Rock before it Mega Evolves. Rocks look amazing against this team. There is a resist in the 4x resist in the Excadrill and a resist in the Conkeldurr. Besides that, there is a weakness in Noivern, Charizard X, and Rabombi that I'd like to exploit, so game plan is get up Rocks. Now, you'll notice that the team has gone through some changes since last week, and wow, you'd be right. I dropped Mienshao and Tangela for Kartana, and I dropped Wishy-Washy for Malamar. So the team is now reduced to 10 Mons, and we are bringing Malamar and Kartana to this match. We'll run through those sets as we get to it. My game plan for this match is go hard and go fast. We'll start with Mamoswine, maybe. I've got Rocks in the Mamoswine, running a little bit more of a defensive Mamoswine. I can eat some special hits a little bit better with this investment. I'm not really eating Mach Punches from Conkeldurr anyways, so it doesn't really matter to me. But I can chew like a Roserade hit, hopefully at least one Roserade hit, and be able to either get up Rocks on it or get 2 Ice Shards off, which would be probably ideal. I can eat hits from the Rabombi. I mean, Ice Shard's not doing that much, but it could be some decent damage. I can eat a hit from the Rotom Wash, and then I can knock off. So that's kind of the goal there. And Manectric, I just absolutely hard wall with Thick Fat plus my ground immunity. Like, he has to run HP Grass or HP Water to hit me, and even then it's really not doing that much to Mamoswine. So that's the game plan with Mamoswine here, really. Get up Rocks, Earthquake some stuff. Obviously, I can Earthquake things like Excadrill. I don't know what would switch in, but I can dent the Gigalith, which would also be a little bit of a priority, and dent the the Conkeldurr. And I'd like to get rid of Mew's item if he's not a Z Crystal. Zapdos coming in here. Zapdos is my Charizard X and Excadrill and Conkeldurr check, I guess, if it's all 3 of the checks. I'm just running, like, paralysis strats, and I'm just going to try and paralyze him. Excadrill, if it makes contact, I can paralyze. I'd assume he has, like, Rock Slide or something, so he's not making contact, but if he doesn't and he's Iron Head, then that's even better for me. Heat Wave is going to blow that thing back. It's going to blow back the Roserade, which is his resist as well. It'll blow back the Rabombi, hopefully as well. Wowzers! Discharge for the Parachance, and obviously Excadrill is the only paralysis, Excadrill and Manectric, so Heat Wave is going to blow through the Manectric as well. I've got Roost there for longevity and Defog to get rid of T-Spikes and Spike Stack if that happens to be in play. And I'm running a little bit of speed to outrun no investment Mew. That's the goal there, fully physically defensive. Mimikyu, I'm running Ghost EMZ with Drain Punch, Shadow Claw, Shadow Sneak, and Sword Stance. Drain Punch hits everything that Shadow Claw won't, and there is nothing very weak, really, besides Conkeldurr, so I didn't really feel it was worth my time to run Play Rough when I can Ghost EMZ to Conkeldurr and do a ton of damage to it, or I can Drain Punch it and get a ton of health back. That's kind of the goal there, is to do that. Drain Punch also lets me set up on the Gigalith and get all my HP back, or be able to break the Excadrill if I still have my Disguise up. If he's Mold Break or Drill, then obviously I kind of have to switch out. But otherwise I can kind of stay on it a little bit more at least. Ghost EMZ is a big nuke for a lot of stuff on his team. And once I get up in SD, Ghost EMZ kind of just like breaks anything that I want it to, which is the main goal there. It's a huge nuke for Mew, although hopefully I won't need it against the Mew. And then Shadow Sneak lets me pick off things like Excadrill when they're weakened, Rabombi, Noivern, etc. And a speed on the Mimikyu there for Roserade. I'm outrunning Max Speed Timid Roserade. He has no reason to run Max Speed Timid Roserade, but if he does, then I'm outspeeding it. So there you go. Max attack, a little bit of bulk thrown in there with the rest of the HPs. Malamar's coming, Toivy. With the Tangberry, I am scared of the Rabombi. I can set up on the Rabombi relatively well, so that's what I have that there for. I also have the Tangberry there to eat random HP bugs or Signal Beam from Manectric, and I should be able to superpower up on that. Random bug coverage from the Mew, like a U-turn or something I can eat, and then I super power up on it. Once I get a super power up, I'm in a really good spot to sort of like eat hits from things like Kelder and Excadrill, and then Rest Sleep Talk is just going to be really useful with super power plus knockoff. So I can boost up with the super power, and then knockoff is just really good stab to beat a lot of things. Game plan is probably boost up on the Gigalith like as many times as I can, and then just sort of go from there. Because once I get all of that going, I can really like eat hits pretty decently and get a lot of strong hits off. Although this is more of a mid-game breaker, and Mimikyu's kind of more of an early-game breaker, because once I get an SD up, then Ghost CMZ kind of just like one-shots half of his team. In fact, more than half of his team. I think the only thing that wouldn't get one-shot by a +2 Ghost CMZ is like Gigalith. So that's like a really strong early-game breaker for me, is just to like get rid of something really early. Megalodios, another mid-game breaker. I'm just running 4 attacks Megalodios with Psychic, Ice Beam, Draco Meteor, and Shadow Ball. Psychic is going to do more damage to Conkeldurr always, even if he is AV. Ice Beam to beat the Noivern if it switches in for whatever reason. I don't know. Rose Raid as well, but you know, Psychic's can hit that a little bit better. It's a decent way to hit the Excadrill, which is the main purpose there, although Surf would do that a little bit better. Ice Beam covers a few other things. Draco Meteor, huge nuke against his team, except for the Rabombi, which Psychic beats, and then Shadow Ball is there for the Mew, just so I don't have to just keep continuously drop Dracos on the Mew. I'd rather Shadow Ball it. Pardon me. Speed investment is there for the Manectric. Max special attack, a little bit of HP, and then last but not least, Kartana is our late game cleaner with the Choice Scarf Leaf Blade, which is hopefully what I'll lock into. He doesn't have a lot of grass resists, like it's Rabombi, Mega Charizard X, Noivern, and Rose Raid, but Leaf Blade is doing a tremendous amount to things like Noivern that don't really resist grass when they're so frail, Rabombi when it's so frail, Rose Raid when it's so frail physically defensive, and then Charizard X can probably hit the hit, but do you really want to switch in your best sweeper on Kartana? I'm not entirely sure. Psycho Cut is there if I happen to be 1v1 against the Rose Raid. Sacred Sword if I happen to be 1v1 against the Charizard X. It's my best way to hit the Charizard X. Is Sacred Sword hitting a little bit harder than Psycho Cut unless I get a Psycho Cut crit. And then Tailwind is there if I absolutely have to like have this in, and then I can set up Malamar for a late game sweep or Megalodios or something to outspeed his whole team. Obviously, Tailwind is going to let a lot of my team outrun Excadrill naturally. Like Megalodios will outrun Excadrill in sand if I have a Tailwind up, things like that. Although I think that Leaf Blade would possibly threaten out the Excadrill in the first place. So that's kind of the idea with Kartana there. Enough speed on Kartana for Manectric as well. Oh, sorry, Malamar is running a little bit of speed, and I totally forgot to talk about this, or I talked about it incorrectly. It's for no investment Mew, which means I'll be outrunning things like Rotom Wash. I should be outrunning Rose Raid potentially. I'm outrunning Conkeldurr guaranteed, Gigalith guaranteed, and Manectric, if it's not running any speed, will still be able to outspeed me, but that's what the Tangaberry is for, so... Yeah, Kartana is outspeeding Manectric, max attack, bulk thrown all around, all over the place. That's how level 50 works. And that's going to be it for the team. So what I didn't bring Empoleon. Empoleon actually had a really cool matchup. I was considering bringing it with a Shukaberry and like a lot of special attack investment and just running Surf and blowing through either Excadrill or the Charizard X. Conkeldurr was a problem though, so I had to choose between like Shuka and Chople, and I didn't choose correctly. I'm sure I wouldn't have chosen correctly. Azelf had an amazing offensive matchup this game. I really just thought that Megalodios brought more to the table for me. Darmanitan was okay. Didn't offer me too much because Zard just kind of switched in, but it gave me a lot of momentum, which would have been helpful. Like Zard and Rotom Wash were just really good checks to it, and Gigalith as well. So Darm was probably the least useful this week. And then Scrafty I thought had a really cool matchup as well, because it could switch in on Mew really easily. The only way Mew can hit it really is like Dazzling Gleam or Aura Sphere or something like that. Rabombi I think does come, so it's kind of a little bit of a problem for me with Scrafty in that case. But Scrafty can handle a lot of the physical threats with Intimidate as well. Excuse me. Okay, so that's going to be it for me, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the team builder, and hopefully the match is something to write home about, and I'll catch you guys for the match.